Today we're at the Old Methodist Church Cemetery in Chaplin, Kentucky. Now, Captain, we've drove by this so many times.
Yep, ton of times.
But
today's the day.
We thought across the road here is a Highview Cemetery. We originally thought that this part was maybe the beginning of that cemetery.
We thought it was split by the road.
Yeah, I thought it was split by the road.
But this is a totally different cemetery.
But the last few months, we noticed that they'd put up a sign and a historical marker, and the sign had a different name. So then I was like, well, I've got to check that out.
Yep.
So I went online, I looked it up, and this site contains 212 memorials, it says, that dates back to the 1700s. And the Highview across the road, it has about a little over 2,000 memorials, and it was established in 1910. So all this time, I stand corrected of thinking it was split up by a farm. Now we are by a busy road, old country road, and as you can see, we're right in the middle of a farm.
Basically, about in the middle of a big tobacco patch here in Kentucky. You don't see that much anymore. And actually,
this farmer, he puts out pumpkins every year that he grows beside the road and sells pumpkins. And we always come and buy our pumpkins local here.
He lives right down here.
Yeah. That's one of his barns, but it's on down.
Yep, we always get our pumpkins from him off the hay wagon every year, put our money in the container.
And he does a fall festival at his farm. But when I looked up this cemetery after I saw the sign, I've noticed that it said people in the community were starting to fix the cemetery. You can see this stone over here. They're starting to put them back together. They're finally coming in together as a community and taking care of this property. And I read that it said the early American pioneers, Revolutionary War soldiers, and Civil War veterans are buried here. Like I said, we are by a busy road. But here's the sign they put up. For love of country, a tribute to patriotism and service at rest here. And here it talks about William Milton Davis, son of Captain Jesse Davis, 1750 to 1818, and his wife Nancy Susan Milton Davis, 1759 to 1849, was delivered into this world in 1793 at Prince William County, Virginia. And he is known to have endured hardships while in service of his country during the War of 1812. His name appears as a private on the Nelson County, Kentucky company roll of Captain Martin Hardin Whitcliffe's 5th Kentucky Regiment, commanded by Colonel Henry Renrick. A young Davis mustered into service on August 24, 1813, for a period to end on November 11, 1813. His is a memorable adventure, geographically and historically. Said he participated in the 1813 Upper Canada campaign at the age of 18. He was appointed as a recruiting officer and was in most of the important battles fought during the last of America's wars against Great Britain. In 1817, Davis's father, an officer during the American Revolutionary War, wrote to Isaac Shelby, the first governor of Kentucky, and a general during the War of 1812, to request that he, Shelby, recommend William for the position of Register of the Land Office opening the following spring in the Missouri Territory. And you can read on, pause, and keep reading. But here it talks about the ones who are buried here in the Mexican-American War from 1846 to 1848. We have Lieutenant Thomas Jesse Davis and Corporal Newton Davis. The American Revolution, 1775 to 1783. Captain Newell Beecham. And one of the favorite cemeteries I go to at Maple Grove is a Beecham tragedy. I just wonder if that family is related. Then you have Captain Jesse Davis, Captain William Kincholi, and the war between the states, 1861 to 1865. There's a Private James Kokendorfer and a Private William Van Dyke buried here as well. Here it talks about the obituaries. Here it talks about the Texas Revolution. But I was very excited to see that they had put signs up, because all this time I was thinking it went across the road to this bigger cemetery. But it originally, according to the records, originally an old Methodist church once stood here on these grounds, and the community outgrew it back then. And I guess this was a cemetery beside the church, and then this farmer had bought this land for his farm, so they kept the cemetery here. But like I said, things were in disarray, and I'm glad that they finally started taking care of it. And I'm not going to do any type of investigation here today. We've got our microphones on. It's just Wayne and I here, so if I pick up on anything, I will put it down below. But here we have John Daly, who passed March 2nd, 1866 at the age of 28 years old. And like I said, some of them were field stones. Here's another one, J.W. Strauss, and his is broken there. They're in, like I said, they're fixing them. Got a tractor coming. Here, there's hardly nothing left of this one. You can see it. There's a field stone and a plaque. Here's Colonel James Wood. Was born in Georgetown, D.C., February 5th, 1815, and passed in Bloomfield in 1889. Pick this flag up here. I'm going to set this. It's broken, but I'm going to set it there for him. Here's Lieutenant Jesse Davis, son of Elijah and Margaret Davis, volunteered in the 4th Regiment of Kentucky Volunteers and passed in August of 1848 in the 26th year of his age at his father's house 8 days after his return from the army in Mexico. Some more you can see. They aren't legible. There's one missing. There's Elijah and Anna Davis. He passed in 1873 and she passed in 1913. Looks like this may be Milton Davis. Was born September 15th, 1824. Hearted, and then it's broken. I can't read under this tree. Jesse Davis, he's the captain, Centennial Line, Revolutionary War, 1750-1818. His is falling down as well. Then, let's see who we have here. This is a pretty big one.
Yes, it's huge.
Can't tell. I'm not sure, but we know it's a veteran of 1812. Centennial Society, Daughters of Indian Wars. Elijah Davis. This is the footstone for Elijah up there.
Yep. A lot of infants in this graveyard. Tons of infants.
You see a lot of infants?
A lot of infants, yep.
A little one. Mary Offutt, born 1855, passed 1860.
There may be more infants than it is adults in this graveyard.
Huh?
They repaired about 50% of these. I see a lot of them that's been repaired over the years.
Yeah. I read on there too in the article that the community was coming out here certain days and working on it, and then they also said that a gentleman had ran out of the road up through the cemetery and broke several of them, but he was also in on helping them fix them back up. Mary Elizabeth, daughter of the Miltons. She was born May 28th, 1868 and passed 1876. It's William and Elizabeth, 1823 to 1900 and 1827 to 1906, and there's a little one there here. Mary, the wife of E.M. Hunter, born 1847, passed 1892. Now you can see so many are cracked. Maria, wife of John Stanley, passed March 6, 1887 at the age of 76. C.W. Stratton, 1816 to 1907. Elijah Hunter, looks like 1890 to 1900. And Molly Hunter, infant son and daughter. Thomas Marshall, born 1816, passed 1874. Mary Combs, wife of Thomas Marshall, born 1826, passed 1873. Then over here is a doctor, Dr. George Harrison, passed July of 1852 at age 69. And then here we have two children of Thomas and Mary. Franklin was born 1852 and passed in 1855. Elizabeth was born in 1855 in July and passed in August of 1855. Sad. John Combs and Franny. Laura Combs Ashby, March 1834 to May of 1917. And here's William Kennolly, Lieutenant of Scotts County, Virginia Volunteers, Revolutionary War, 1736 to 1797. I won't read them all, just get a few in here. That's a beautiful one with the dove. Mamie, wife of W.E. Smith, 1869 to 1914. In memory of Thoses Graves, born 1794 to 1859, so it actually should be Thomas. Thomas Graves, son of Theosis. No, it is Theosis. 1828 to 1886. You can see it's just a big open field. Corn and tobacco is grown here. This is Alice and Ida. Alicia and Caroline. Eli Murphy passed at 26 years old in 1814.
Some of these were out of sandstone. So they
Sandstone?
they just washed the whole faces. Over the years of rain, the snow, the weather, they're clean. They don't have anything on them.
Nothing on them to read, not legible.
No.
You can tell that they've come out and cleaned these, but they've just been worn so long that they...
Yeah, they've cleaned them.
Like
they've
this one here.
repaired them.
Completely empty. There's several little ones. Another prominent name here, Duncan.
Yep, that's a big name in this town.
This is J.H. Let's see. Infant son of J.H. and S.N. Duncan. March 1870. So 1 day old. Passed March 19th, 1870. And then the daughter, infant daughter of J.H. and S.N. Duncan. January 26, 1869. So that's around the years of cholera, influenza. And then here's Sarah, the mother. May 1811. Age 27. It's a beautiful stone. Eliza. I can hardly read that one. The granite. Look at the beautiful stone here. Detail. This is H.C. Coombs, May 31st, 1863 to 1903. Anne Murray Coombs, 1873 to 1955. And Infant Coombs, February 26, 1907 to February 26, 1907. A lot of children here. Kitty Wilkinson, 1802 to 1892. Mary Sinclair, 1833 to 1877. Katie Sinclair, 1858 to 1867. And William Sinclair, 1829 to 1863. Their children. William Hobbs, got the beautiful weeping willow on there. A.W. Hobbs. And here's all these little ones. I'm gonna get this one way out here by itself. Iowa, March 1903 to May 1903. Precious babies. You can see here where it gets so empty. I'm sure that's a lot of the stones that have already sunk in the ground. See, they've actually picked that one up, dug it up. Here's Reverend Reuben Medley, passed in 1853. And this one, the top's gone, but says in the 83rd year of her age.
It's like this
Memory
one,
of Francis
sandstone, when it's
Young,
completely blank, this one is.
Yeah, 1811 is all I can read.
This is completely blank.
Yeah.
But look at the missing stones. There's no way
That's
you
what I
have a
just said.
cemetery with stones here and here and nothing in the middle. There's unmarked graves all through here.
Unmarked, and a lot of them has sunk in the ground. Like I can see a rock sticking up there a little.
Yeah.
But you can tell by the divots.
Yeah, there's no way you have sporadic. You wouldn't stop here and start over there. This would all be field. And it's all to the edge of the crest there.
Yeah.
This was probably an old wagon.
This is the only thing my way of thinking is, because there used to be the old church here. Maybe the old church was
the old church might have sat here. That makes sense.
As to why it's around it, or it's a lot of the stones that have just sunk in the ground. I don't think that the church, it could have possibly been down towards where that barn is, but or up this direction.
Could have been over this way where that house is.
Yeah.
And then this was a cemetery. Usually the cemetery is around the church, so that makes sense here. If the cemetery church set here, it's around it. I've seen a lot of them like that.
They put up a new flagpole.
Oh, the 250 years on there,
Yeah. Like a car's pulling in.
Oh, I guess I better get out of their way.
No, they can get around.
I'll go down here and get out of their way.
But we wanted to share this with you. We're glad that the community has come together to fix this cemetery up and remember everyone that's here. You can see where they pulled one up.
See these over here?
Which one?
This big tall one right here.
This is Elias Hobbs, 1833 to 1881.
This is the Hobbs here.
Ellen Wiper Geo Hobbs, 1801, 1873. Another one. That one looks different out there. We'll check that one.
I looked at it, but I can't read it.
Can't read it?
No.
Humpity Pumpity.
This is an infant here too.
Yeah, can't make it out. Looks like it had a book of flowers on it. Infant. Infant of Edie and Lacey. I can't read the born and died May 2nd, 1895. Artie Francis, 1913 to 1913, and Christine, 1917-1919. That was 2 kids.
There's some more over here. Infants of Elizabeth and
William and Elizabeth Ingram. Infants. Milton Harvey, 1912 to 1919. William Robert, 1907 1908. I'm assuming maybe that's the parents.
That could be the parents, yep.
Yeah. All right. We just wanted to share this with you.
Yep.
Just when you see that the community has come together to start.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of repairs here.
Repairing the cemetery and taking care of it and remembering all those that are here. It's just really important to stop by and acknowledge it.
Needs a little mold, but we've had horrible weather here lately, so it's understandable. But I think they keep it in good shape, and I've seen over 25 different repairs over there that I counted. Different ones they glued back together. They got some more they need to, like little ones like this straightened up.
They said they're working on them.
Yeah, it comes in time.
But until next time,
let's see what's out there.